Kaze and the Wild Masks is a very fun action platformer and a great homage to the Donkey Kong Country series. You play as Kaze, a bunny whose friend needs to be saved when her world is being attacked and cursed by this evil force called Typhoon and her army of angry vegetables. The story is very simple and a fun addition, but it's really about the gameplay. This game could have been made by Rare, the developers of the Donkey Kong Country games. It's that flawless. Kaze even has the same moveset as Dixie Kong from Donkey Kong Country 2 and 3. You can float in the air by spinning your ears, and you can hit enemies with the same spinning move on the ground, when they aren't covered by spikes. And the same goes for bouncing on them. You also have the possibility to collect these letter blocks, but this time they don't spell out Kong, but Kaze. There are also 2 hidden bonus rooms in each level, where you can collect these green gems that will let you unlock a few more challenging levels. I also should mention these 4 masks that let you transform in a different animal if you come across them. They all are a lot of fun and they change up the gameplay nicely. All of this is very recognizable if you have played the Donkey Kong Country games, but instead of a clone, it feels more like a spiritual successor to these games. The developers added a lot of new ideas or bonuses to this game. Collecting all the letters in each level will unlock a bit more information about the lore of this world and a bit more backstory of the villain. Collecting at least 100 gems in each level will give you another ending, and completing all the bonus rooms in each level will not only unlock a few more challenging levels, but something else that I sadly can't tell you about without entering spoiler territory. The masks are very reminiscent of the animal bodies in the Donkey Kong Country games, but they all have their own design and gameplay style. The tiger transformation is for sure a unique addition. When you wear the tiger mask, you can wall climb and dash in the air, and this makes for some cool level design. Speaking of level design, this game has very solid level design. There was not even one level that I didn't enjoy. And sure, some of them were a bit trial and error. But I didn't mind that at all, because of the charming art style and fun aesthetics. The world, the enemies and the bosses are very quirky, and the overall feel and flow of this game was so enjoyable that I decided to collect everything straight away and didn't rush through each level. Collecting everything wasn't always that easy, especially finding some portals to hidden bonus rooms took me a bit of time. But it was a nice challenge and it made me appreciate the level design even more. I also want to mention the final boss fight. It's a great gauntlet of everything you have learned. And it's in my opinion challenging, but fair. You also have 2 different difficulty options. When you go for the easier one, you will get more checkpoints and more hearts to collect, so you can have more hit points. If you go for the other one, you only have 1 checkpoint halfway of the level and barely any hearts, so 1 hit could mean your death. Also just like the Donkey Kong Country games. So yeah, once again, if you are familiar with these games, you will recognize a lot of stuff. Even some level design or hazards. Like these slingshots that are basically the launching barrels, or levels where lava or toxic waste rises slowly and insta-kills you. But it still does have its own identity and doesn't feel like a knockoff because of so many new stuff they have added. The only complaint I have is that I think it's too short, and I would have loved to see at least 2 more worlds with their own theme and their own boss fight. Even after collecting everything, I still finished this game just under 6 hours, and I'm convinced you could finish it under 2 hours if you just rush through it. It's a great game to speedrun for sure, but I really wanted more, yet I'm also happy with what I got. So in general, Kaze and the Wild Masks manages to feel fresh and new even when it contains a lot of stuff reminiscent of the Donkey Kong Country games. It expands on the gameplay and the ideas of these classic games, like the fun level design, the quirky world building, the charming look and the smooth gameplay, and therefore it feels like a love letter to them. I'm really looking forward to additional content or a new sequel. I can't wait to see what more the developers have in store for us, but they have my attention for sure. So be ready to endure all these crazy trials and relive your childhood memories of these classic action platformer games in this fun but sometimes challenging adventure to save your friend.